All right, so this little bit of news I wanted to talk about because it involves Sonic Frontiers, and I swear to God, like after this, even no matter what else comes out, unless it's some kind of like other gameplay or something, other trailer, I'm not going to talk about this because I just found the headline of this to be really funny, and reading a little bit more of this, which we're going to discuss right now. So this article comes from Kotaku. You can see here, and you can see the title of this. Sonic Frontiers dev says negative reactions are because people don't understand it. We don't understand it, guys. We don't understand it. We just don't. We don't get it. It's a game that we're never gonna understand. It's a game that we're just expected to just love and appreciate and just bow to it. But yeah, that's when it comes out anyways. But like right now we just don't get it. We're clueless. So let's see what this article says here. It's actually kind of funny. One part of it I want to talk about specifically here. So um Sega's upcoming open world speed 'em up is what it says right here. Sonic Frontiers. The fans' reaction to this game have been really mixed, to say the least, with some even suggesting online that the devs delayed the game to improve or change things they didn't like about Frontiers after seeing everything in action. And honestly, I don't blame them. However, Sega's not planning to do that. Instead, they're just basically saying to everybody who's complaining about it that we don't understand it. We don't get it. We don't get it yet. Sonic Team Studio head Takashi Iizuka talked about the mixed fan reactions that have surfaced online. Specifically, he comments on the negative options being shared by the fans who feel the game's move to an open world like experience has sucked some of the heart and soul out of Sonic. I mean, it's true, let's be real. I honestly think that based on everything that we've seen so far here, it's not the same like any other games. Other people have been saying that it is a weird, boring demo made in Unreal using existing unrelated assets. And that's kind of true. That's kind of how I felt about this. I'm like, look, fans have made some Sonic stuff that, in Unreal Engine, and it's no different than what's being presented here. Maybe it's a little bit more vast, but that's about it. According to Iizuka, fans online just don't understand what the game is or what the team has made. Okay, well, we can't really compare it to any other games because that's what they're talking about at some point here too. It's true. We can't compare it to anything, and that's the problem. Like, look at the Mario franchise, for example. Like, ever since that it broke into the 3D realm, it's basically followed the same tradition. Is that it's a 3D Mario, it's a 3D platformer. Yeah, there's some new little things that are added, like when Sunshine hit. We had this like flood backpack thing, and I was just like, it was weird at the time, but it's actually not that bad. But for the most part, the game is a 3D platformer. Look at Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Yeah, you're flying to different like little mini planets and stuff like that. You got the little Wiimote to like collect the star bits and like spin Mario when you shake the Wiimote and whatever things like that. But what is it overall? It's a fucking platformer. Going into the Mario 3D world, I know it's kind of like a not a full fledged, you got that like 2D isometric view and all, but still, it kind of follows like an old tradition formula from the 2D series, and then going into a 3D as well. Again, still platforming. Not Sonic, Mario Odyssey. Same thing. The only difference, we can throw Cappy and take over enemies, which was kind of a cool little addition. But overall, it's a fucking platformer. This is Sonic had a very good formula here. It had a very good formula. I would say from the Adventure series, Heroes was pretty good. Even though you're controlling three different characters, was still pretty good. Then you got Unleashed finally at that point where it's like, because 06 was just, they were trying to do this adventure thing, but they were trying to push this realistic aspect to it and it just didn't work out. Whatever. Unleashed comes out, was perfect in every way, and it still kind of gave you the feeling of like it's an old school Sonic with the views shifting, right? From like a 3D to like this 2D plane. It was really cool. And they kept following that with colors. They kept following that when Generations came out. To a degree, Forces, yes, kind of the same. Lost World in that same regard too, changing up some things after Generations, but you had a good, solid, like just foundation that you built up with Unleashed, Colors, and Generations. I always go back to those because those are phenomenal Sonic games. But since that time, you have since tried to do all this new bullshit that doesn't work, and it's I don't know. I just that's how I feel about this. But let's continue. Honestly, it's kind of like the only thing I can really say about it is that even though other franchises are sticking to a formula, other companies are sticking to that formula. It's kind of like Sega and Sonic Team are like, even if they find something that's good with Sonic, eventually they just want to veer off and do something else because I don't know why they wouldn't want to stay with something that works. That's one part of it, but it's like I just feel like they're just throwing ideas and seeing which one at the time sticks. And like I said, even though they had something good, they threw out something there with, in regards to the other games as I mentioned, and look what happened there. They kind of rode that wave for a short period, and now they're just like, all right, let's just throw some new shit. Let's throw some new shit. See which one sticks, and then we're just gonna go with it right now. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, doesn't really matter. And so that's kind of how I feel like they're playing this right now. That's kind of how I feel like they play this, or how they've been playing this over the years. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So this right here is what really got me here. According to Iizuka, Sonic Frontiers isn't an open world game at all, but instead it's something new that the team is calling Open Zone. Open Zone. You were announcing this game to the world, basically saying in earlier interviews and based on the things that we've seen so far that this is going to be an open world game. And now you're not, and now you're saying that it's not the case. This is not open world. That's not open world. Instead, it's open zone. Open zone. Think about that. So you're telling me that we're going to have multiple stages like what we've seen here. We're going to have multiple stages, and that's just going to be considered like this massive like playground zone. It's not open world, it's an open zone. They're just wording it differently so that they can still make you think that like, yeah, this is traditional. So you're still running around. You've got all these different obstacles you can go through, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's not the same damn thing. It's a linear stage from previous Sonic games that we're playing. This is not that. This is like you start off and now you're just veering off in any direction you want. Some might think that's a good thing. I personally don't, but I just thought that was really funny that how they said now it's not considered open world anymore. It's open zone. The fact that they're not even going to consider delaying this or anything unless something happens. But personally, I feel that here's the thing. I feel that a lot of this sort of backlash that they're getting for this game right now, I personally think that it's making them a little worried. This is just my opinion. So here's one of two things that's happening. Realistically, as they just said, they're pressing forward. They're doing their thing. They don't really care what anyone says or whatever. They're just doing their thing. It's going to come out at the end of this year. Okay. In my opinion, I think what's really happening, and I could be wrong, but this is just what I think, that they're kind of freaking out a little bit. They know it's probably not going to do that great. Maybe some people will enjoy it. Maybe some majority won't. I don't know. And that's why I'm still giving it a fair chance. I am still going to get this game. I'm going to purchase this game on day one. Give it some time. Play for like 2-3 hours. See what happens. See how I feel about it. And then just kind of go from there. But just from everything that's happening now, and everything that others are also saying, very much like what I'm saying, because again, I'm not really feeling it, but I gotta wonder if they're really just kind of like kind of crapping themselves over there, just wondering like, should we have really gone with this? Should we have stuck with like a familiar formula? Like, but they're so far into this project now, they can't really do any of that. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of money. It's like they can't just like axe that project. They now at this point have to continue forward. They got to press on. So we're kind of stuck with this now. I will be shocked if this game really is better than what they've been showing us, because there's been some talks about how this is just like the earliest stuff that they could have shown us. Like there's apparently other apparently there's like where they're at really with the game is going to be way better. There's a lot more that they didn't show us. Everything is there. They're just giving us a basic rundown of it. So I hope that is true, because they really need to add some other things. They need to really just improve on just everything. I truly feel like they need to up the ante a little bit. And if they have done that and they just haven't shown us, then like I said, maybe it'll be a better experience when the game actually comes out, and then I will, you know, at that point in time, I'll look back on this and I'll be like, I was wrong. That's just a little article I wanted to share on this. I just thought it was kind of funny that they're basically saying that we just don't get it. I mean, there might be some truth to that, because yeah, we can't compare it to anything. But honestly, from what I'm looking, from everything that I'm seeing here, I kind of understand that it's not the same Sonic that we're gonna be used to playing. Like, it's not the same Sonic games that we've had in the past. Even some of the bad ones. I really don't want this to fall in that category of bad Sonic games, but it's kind of looking like it might. But who knows? Anyways, leave your comments down below. I always try to look at the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one.